Hey guys, Zach here. Been a long time. I seem to say that every time I make a video. I'm going to take a few minutes today and get on camera this custom Rob Carter F16 I picked up. I won one of his lotteries at Blade Show this year and managed to score this custom F16. Now the F16 model's been around for a number of years now. I've always had my eye on them. He's done some collaborations with a few production companies for the F16, but I've always just really wanted to get myself a custom version. Well, this year I actually lucked out and managed to grab one from Blade Show. Take an overall look at the knife. We'll talk about some details. This particular one is in San Mai, Damascus, and it has what we're calling Robtanium hardware, which is a custom material that Rob makes in his shop down in Texas. You can see the pivot collars there and the clip, just a beautiful clip. Both the pivot collars, hopefully the camera can catch the beautiful details there that this knife has. So what are you looking at? Well, if you're unaware and you've been living under a rock for a while, Rob's been making the F16 for a number of years, like I said. This particular one has about a 3.5 inch blade, and open it's about 8 inches, almost dead nuts 8 inches from tip to stern here on the end of the handle. This particular one, of course, is a flipper, runs on bearings. It is extremely smooth. It just opens almost effortlessly, and it closes as effortlessly. In fact, this one you can catch yourself. You could drop it on your thumb if you're not careful. But yeah, we spent a lot of time, my wife and I spent a lot of time with Rob at this particular show, and what a great dude. Him and his wife April, they are just great people. Super humble maker, super humble maker considering the kind of work he's able to put out. He does make some knives he calls sole authorship knives, where he makes all the material. He makes the blade steel, the handle material, the pivot collars, all the material in-house. Those suckers can be quite pricey, but not many makers out there are doing 100% sole authorship work. At least none that I know of in the tactical knife community anyway. But I wanted to get this guy on camera just because this is just such a beautiful knife, and really it is a true honor for me to be able to own it. Take a look here at the back spacer. The camera's probably going to have a little trouble with the lighting. But you've got, like I said, a San Mai blade, 3.5 inch San Mai blade in Rob's Tanto style, flipper, stonewashed titanium handles on both sides. You've got Robtanium pivot collars and nice polished domed pivots here. You've got a nice Robtanium backspacer, and then the clip as well. Sort of that Damascus type style. Just a beautiful, beautiful knife. I've been carrying this one actually quite a bit, and I have used it to cut some, do some light cutting tasks, and I haven't had any issues with scuffing up the blade or anything like that. There is a little bit of wear right there on the satin. You can kind of see where I've cut into some packages and some things, but I intend on keeping this one in my collection if at all possible, unless I run into some serious financial hardship. But I wanted to take a few minutes today and just get it on camera. I mean, not really much more to say about it other than, Rob is just a really cool guy. I'd encourage you to be part of his Facebook group, and if at all possible, especially if you can get one at a show, to pick up one of his knives, because his work is just impeccable. He's one of those perfectionist type guys where you're going to get a knife from him and it is going to be, at least for all the examples I've seen, it's going to be as perfect as it could be. He really has a close eye for attention to detail, and just for perfection. In hand, what a great piece in hand. Now, I'm not entirely sure what the cutout here in the blade, its primary purpose is. It does lend itself well to being kind of a thumb stop, almost like a giant piece of jimping, right? Where you can kind of put your thumb down in here and do some finer cutting if you wanted to. If you did do that for any amount of time, any kind of hard use cutting, which I won't ever do with this knife, you would probably wear a little hole in your thumb because of this corner right here, but it does work pretty well for standard cutting. I haven't had any issues with any hot spots on this knife thus far, nor have I had any issues with the clip getting hooked up. Let's take a closer look at that clip. Now, a lot of guys that are doing titanium clips or 3D milled clips just kind of miss the boat on functionality. I've seen a lot of clips that look really nice but really carry like crap. And this clip kind of is the best of both worlds. It's milled out really nice. You've got a nice amount of spring tension there. So you can get it in and out of the pocket easily, but it does actually hold pretty well as well, so you're not going to lose your knife. Also, you know, he gave us this this nice mat, which was he had all these knives on his table on these little mats, and he just gave those away with the winning lottos, which I thought was pretty cool. Nice little touch. I'm going to give you guys one more look at it here. Not much more really to say, but I look forward to trying to get something else from Rob here at the Gathering 10 coming up next week. I hope to do some more videos from the scores that I have, both from Blade Show that I'm still catching up on getting on camera, as well as anything my wife and I should happen to pick up while we're at the Gathering. But as usual, guys, thanks for watching and stay safe.